Disclaimer. This video content is AI generated as educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis or treatment. Your health concerns may be unique. Always consult your physician or a qualified healthcare provider for personalized guidance.
When you think of Holi, you're probably picturing explosions of color, right? Music, dancing, just pure joy. But what if I told you that underneath all that fun is a really sophisticated ancient system designed to basically tune up your body and mind? Okay, let's dive into the hidden science of this incredible festival. It's a fascinating question, isn't it? I mean, we usually see festivals as, purely cultural or religious things. But Holi kind of suggests there might be a deeper biological wisdom baked right into these traditions, a real science to how and why we celebrate. And this idea right here, it just gets to the heart of it all. Reset the rhythm, renew the body, reignite the spirit. This tells us that Holi isn't just a party, it's a prescription. It's a chance to sync ourselves up with the changing seasons, from our very selves all the way to our spirit. So, first question, why spring? Well, the timing of Holi is absolutely not an accident. It is precisely synchronized with one of the biggest transitions our bodies go through all year long, that massive shift from the cold, dark winter to the bright, warm summer. Now, to really get why this timing is so important, we have to talk about our circadian rhythm. You can think of it as your body's internal master clock. Seriously, it controls pretty much everything: sleep, hunger, hormones, even immunity. And a key input for this clock? Sunlight, which, as we all know, changes dramatically with the seasons. What's really cool is when you see the contrast side by side like this. In winter, our bodies tend to kind of slow down. Our metabolism gets more sluggish, and our immune system can be less active. Spring is the signal for a complete system reboot. It's time for a metabolic reset and a renewal of our immune defenses. In Holi, it's the catalyst that kicks off that change. And here's another layer to it. As the weather warms up, the kinds of bacteria and viruses in the air around us also change. This puts a whole new kind of pressure on our immune system. It seems like ancient cultures totally understood this, and they built practices right into the festival to get the body ready for this new challenge. All right, so let's start decoding some of Holi's most famous rituals. Because when we look at them through a modern scientific lens, they start to look less like simple traditions and a lot more like brilliant public health strategies. Okay, take the Holika Dahan bonfire, which is lit the night before all the colors come out. On the surface, yeah, it's about the symbolic victory of good over evil. But scientifically, fire is a powerhouse sanitizer. Lighting these massive bonfires all across communities was an incredibly practical way to cleanse the air and the environment of pathogens, right at the time when our immune systems were most vulnerable. Of course, you absolutely cannot talk about Holi without talking about the colors. And you might think they were just for the sheer joy of it all, but originally the colors themselves had a profound therapeutic purpose. And this table just lays it out perfectly. See, before we had synthetic dyes, Holi colors, called gulal, were made from medicinal plants. So yellow came from turmeric, which is a powerful anti-inflammatory. Green from neem, famously antimicrobial. And red from palash flowers, which are packed with beneficial flavonoids. People weren't just throwing color, they were literally covering each other in a medicinal paste. Wild, right? So we've covered the body and the environment, but Holi's genius also extends deep into our brains. The actual act of this kind of massive celebration has a powerful effect on our neurochemistry. I mean, just seeing all those bright, vibrant colors everywhere, it isn't just nice to look at. It directly stimulates sensory pathways in our brains, which can have a real measurable impact on lifting our mood and helping to regulate our emotions. Now look at this fantastic breakdown. The rhythmic drumming and dancing that's so central to Holi, that stimulates something called the vagal tone, which helps calm our entire nervous system down. This in turn reduces stress hormones like cortisol and floods our brains with feel-good chemicals like dopamine and endorphins. It's basically a prescription for pure joy. But that chemical cocktail isn't quite complete without one more crucial ingredient: oxytocin. You've probably heard of it. It's often called the cuddle or bonding hormone. It's the very glue that creates social connection. And this is exactly why the community part of Holi is so critical. Celebrating together, sharing food, playing around, throwing colors, All of it enhances the release of oxytocin for everyone. This directly fights loneliness and boosts our overall psychological well-being, which we now know is a major factor in preventing chronic disease. So when you put all these pieces together, the biological timing, the environmental cleaning, the medicinal colors, the neuroscience of community, what you get is this truly holistic picture of health. This chart here just sums it up perfectly. Holi isn't focused on just one aspect of health. It's a complete, multidimensional wellness model. It seamlessly weaves together our biological needs, our psychological state, our social connections, and even our relationship with the environment. So, what this all reveals is that Holi is so much more than a festival. It's a blueprint. It's this ancient, living reminder that our health isn't some isolated thing. It's deeply, fundamentally interconnected with the people around us and the natural rhythms of the world. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If this much profound scientific wisdom is hiding in plain sight inside just one festival, what other powerful blueprints for health and happiness are just waiting to be rediscovered in other ancient traditions all around the world?